Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Maybe good morning. So what are we talking about today? We're talking about, and it happens quite a lot. What happens if a recruiter contacts you about a potential new partner role, and that would take you from a legal director, senior associate, director, senior manager, managing associate, into partner by moving firm. And we're talking about what questions should you be asking? So what are the things you should be thinking about? Well, the first thing is when they say there's a ready-made partner position, all they want is somebody that can take over retiring partners' portfolio. It's ready-made for you. Chances are that it's not. Chances are that they're looking for someone that can come in, demonstrate that A, they've got the technical skill, but B, they can both defend this portfolio and then grow it. So it's really important that you understand exactly what's on offer, and do not believe someone if they say there's a partner role, it's already made, you've just got to service the clients. They never mean that. That's just wishful thinking. The next thing is, of course, is to realize that things change. Maybe an internal person stepped up, and just be aware. I have seen far too many new partners last year and a half, 2 years in a new firm and just not make it because they weren't able to win the work, they weren't able to survive in the culture, there wasn't a good culture fit, all of this sort of stuff. So one of the key things, hello Rachel, one of the key things to really think about is what are the risks and rewards of joining a new firm at partner level? Well, I've already mentioned a few of those, but one of the big ones is hello Farhad, one of the big ones is, am I a good fit? Am I a good fit for this firm? Is this firm right for me? And actually, if there's not a good cultural match, if you're maybe going to come up clashing with some of the partners, and I've had clients that have really clashed with maybe some of the male egos if they're females. And, if you get a feeling that something's not right at interview stage, it's not going to change when you actually get into the firm and make partner. These things don't change. That you've got to listen to your gut, and actually don't just take that role because it's the only one there. Hey, I made partner. It's going to be a career limiting move if you make partner, then realize you're not ready for it, and you're potentially going to put yourself back by 2 to 3 years. You've also got that blot on your character that you didn't make it as a partner in a new firm, and you need to go back to director or senior associate. So the key thing to check is actually your employability, because if you're going to struggle as a new partner in your own firm, where you've built up lots of goodwill, where people know you, where you've got those internal links, where you haven't got any restrictive covenants holding you back, that if you're going to struggle in your own firm, there is no guarantee that you're going to make it in another firm. In fact, you're already kind of saying, well, unless there is a values mismatch, you are probably not going to make it in the other firm. Now, what should you be asking the recruiter? Well, the first thing is, how did the role come about? This is the key question. Is it expansion? Is it retirement? Has the firm identified it as a strategic area that's right for growth and they want to invest in the technical skill set to do that? Firms don't often go out to recruiters looking for a new partner on a whim, but sometimes plans change. Maybe the economy goes in a different direction. So do ask very carefully, why has that role come about? Because it might not be a good fit for you. For example, they might be looking for somebody with a particular expertise in X, and actually you're good at Y and you hate X. These are the sort of things you need to look for. Hello, Paul. Great to have you with us. And actually, so you really want to be understanding what they're looking for, what the objectives are for this new partner, what sort of following they want to come across. Because they might say, oh, there's a ready-made partner role there. You don't need a following. It's all there for you. As I've said, that's normally a lie. And it's really key to understand, what is that. There's only a very, very few firms where I've genuinely seen someone come over at partner level as to take over from someone that's retiring that didn't bring a large following with them. I've only seen that a handful of times. Really, really not seen that. Now, the next thing is you want to understand is what is the culture of the firm when you're asking the recruiter, what is the culture of the firm? And this is key. You know, if you're in a nice firm where you're really well known, you're really well liked, you've got the flexibility, you've built up the goodwill to be able to be there when you need to be for the family, and you maybe go into a firm where it's very much presenteeism, where 12-hour days are the norm, you're expected to stay until things are done, you know, you're going to hate that. You know, I have a long ongoing conversation with one of my long-term clients, and he said, you know, should I think about moving firm? And we have a long discussion, and at the end of the day, very often the grass is definitely not greener on the other side. It really isn't. So what should you have prepared already before you meet the firm? Well, one of the things to have is your business case. What am I planning to do? How am I going to win work? And remember that if you move firm, you're not necessarily going to be able to take clients with you. You'll be able to take introducer relationships. There will be a time lag before your restrictive covenants run out. So how are you going to win work? How much are you going to rely on the internal firm network? And remember, that's going to take time to open up. You know, how much is going to come across just because of who you are? And be aware that firms will be skeptical. So when you need to have that business case prepared, you need to show them, how am I going to generate new business? How am I going to be able to hit the ground running? What contacts do I have that are right for generating work? As I said, people very rarely expect a potential new partner to come across without bringing some work with them. And that's either because of the relationships they hold, whether that's introducers, whether it's a client will follow them, but that doesn't always happen. I've seen far too many times people are like, well, we're only going to give you that job offer if that one big client comes with you. You know, you just can't guarantee that sort of stuff. So what do we need to ask that recruiter? How has the role come about? What specifically are they looking for? And if they say there's a ready-made business case for a partner, we just need someone with a good technical fit, you need to be understanding the partner level competencies. What is the partnership admissions process? A lot of firms will want to bring somebody in and so they can start on the first, you know, at the start of the firm's new financial year. It doesn't always work like that, but often they're looking to do that. So hopefully you've enjoyed this. Tomorrow at 5 p.m, we're going to be looking at how to get the referral, not your partner or somebody else in the team. So speak soon. Thanks very much. Bye.